In this video, I'll reveal the top complaints buyers have when they're going through the home buying process, and more importantly, how to avoid these pitfalls. Make sure to stay the whole way through the video so you know every single one of these, because they can save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. Let's get into it. All right, coming in at number one are going to be overpriced listings. This happens quite a bit since 2020 and the pandemic, because everybody thinks their home is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars more than what it actually is, more than what the buyers are willing to pay. So overpriced homes can turn buyers away quite a bit, quite easily, if they understand the neighborhood, the location, the amenities, and the condition of the home. If that doesn't align with the price, they're going to keep on scrolling. All right, coming in at number two. Number two is going to be outdated or not updated listings. Make sure your agent is doing the right thing. They're doing all the photos they need to do. They're doing a fantastic job with the description. They're being very thorough with square footage, with size of rooms, with the neighborhood amenities, if they're in a HOA or something like that, or if their neighborhood has a pool, clubhouse, anything extra like that that's involved. Make sure that those things are in the listing. It helps buyers out a lot if they know that going in, so they don't have to keep asking questions and keep asking questions. It can get frustrating if you don't understand the whole concept of the listing or everything there is to know about the listing. All right, number three, you've heard this in a few of my videos already, is curb appeal. So if you've been watching me, you know that curb appeal has been making the top 10, top 12, whatever list of everything I have for when selling your home. Things to do is to take care of that curb appeal. So number three is going to be curb appeal. So make sure your lawn is manicured, make sure the grass is cut, make sure the bushes are trimmed, all that stuff. If there's any peeling paint on the exterior, make sure you take care of that and address that before the buyers come to your house. And then make that decision on the spot whether or not they're even going to go in or not. So make sure you take care of that curb appeal. All right, number four is going to be bad odors. If you have pets or anything else that's made your house smell a little odd lately, make sure you address that, because that can have a detrimental effect on whether or not someone wants to even tour your home, continue touring your home once they get inside. If they get hit in the face with a horrible smell, smells like cats, smell like dogs or something like that, and they're not cat or dog people or don't understand that, or maybe there's some kind of other pungent odor, it can turn them off immediately. So make sure you take care of those odors. Pretty simple to do. Sometimes if you have animals that the smell gets into the wood, it's a little more of a process, but try to take care of those odors the best you can. Throw on a little candle, some kind of little scent before the showing maybe. All right, so that's number four, is bad odors. Number five is going to be small, dark rooms. If there's cramped areas, cramped spaces, not enough natural light or no light at all in the dark room, buyers are going to hate it. They're going to complain. Make sure if the layout doesn't work with it, if it's some random dark small room off to the side over here that doesn't have any windows, doesn't have any meaning to it, meaning to it, then buyers are going to be pretty much turned off for that. So make sure you take care of those dark cramped spaces. Put some light in there if there's no windows, if there's not enough natural light. Make sure to put a little lamp or something in there to brighten it a little bit, paint it a nice color. All right, number six is going to be maintenance issues that are easily seen. These are going to be your dripping faucets, your cracked walls, your floors that are kind of beat up or whatnot, or maybe there's a hole in the floor or something like that. These are going to set buyers off, because they're going to wonder, okay, I see all these cosmetic things. What else is going on here? There's cracks in the walls. Is there something wrong with the foundation? The floor is all beat up. Is there something going on there? So they may start to think that there's some other underlying issues, even if it is just a cosmetic thing. So if you can take care of that before the buyers come into your home, or before pictures especially, make sure you get that taken care of so you don't turn buyers off and make them wonder with their imagination of all the things that could be wrong when maybe they aren't wrong. So that is number six. All right, number seven is going to be personal decor, and that includes if you have a themed room or something like that, or if you painted some walls just awfully strange colors, fluorescent greens or orange or something like that don't make sense, or if you have pictures of you and your family everywhere, that can actually take away from the buyer. They can't envision. Not everybody can walk into a room and just see just a square box or a rectangular box room or whatever shape it is and envision how they're going to set it up. So if you have all your personal items in there, and your trophies of your kids and stuff like that, and pictures all over the walls of you and your family, and just weird, strange colors and weird off, just strange rugs or something like that, they may be of interest to you and something you like, it can turn buyers off because they just can't envision themselves being in there. And that is the number one thing for a buyer to do when they come in there. As a listing agent, I want the buyers to be able to envision that they can see themselves in there, and I want them to start discussing, oh, we can do this here, we can do that, or we can put our chair over here in the corner, or we could do the coffee table here. So make sure you take care of those personal items, personal decor, get those out of the way. Take all the weird rugs, or maybe I might be using the wrong word, maybe not weird, but the personal rugs that you think are great for you, but might not be for someone else. So make sure everything is just kind of not plain Jane, but maybe a neutral color, stuff like that. All right, so that's number 7 is personal decor. All right, number 8. Number 8 is going to be old or inconsistent appliances. This is important in your kitchen and whatnot when you have, maybe some different colors, maybe you replaced the fridge, but you didn't replace your stove, or the microwave's from 1984 or whatever, but everything else is updated. So you want to make sure that everything kind of matches, because right away, people, when they walk through your kitchen, they're going to be a little bit turned off when they see different or mismatched appliances or whatnot. People want to go in and feel, okay, this is an updated kitchen, or at least everything matches, so we can kind of continue with this. It's not going to bother us that much. But if it's mismatched and maybe just old and outdated, man, they're going to be like, I gotta spend $5,000 in appliances right away as soon as we move in, or before we even move in. So if you can update those appliances, or at least make them all the same colors or same era, that helps out immensely with the buyers. All right, so number 9, let's move on to number 9 is lack of storage space. So buyers are gonna wanna know, okay, we have this little dinky 1-car garage, so we have all this stuff, we're not gonna be able to put our car in there, at least we can store items in there. And they're gonna look at the closets, they're gonna look at, the space above the attic, or if you don't have a walk-up attic, maybe you have a pull-down step thing that in your hallway or one of your bedrooms. Can they even get boxes up there? It's going to make a big difference. If there's lack of storage, it's going to be a turnoff. Got to figure out some way to maybe make that happen. I know I've built a shed on my home because there wasn't much storage space in the garage. We only have a 1-car garage, integral garage, and there's not much space there. So I just went ahead and built a shed out back so I could put all my other tools and things that don't really need to be inside, put them out on the outside, and I can lock it. So if you have to do something like that, it's not a real expensive thing to do. You can probably build a shed or get one for under $1,000, around $1,000 for about 100 square feet, maybe 800 square feet. I'm sorry, not 800, 80 square feet, something like that, just to hold your extra items if you don't have a whole lot of ample storage on the inside. But that is very, very important for buyers, is to have that ample storage. All right, number 10. Number 10 is going to be not being able to be flexible on your closing dates as a seller. This can turn buyers off if some buyers don't want to move real quick. Maybe they have some things they need to take care of, or maybe their job isn't starting, for 3 months or something like that, or maybe there's a holiday coming up and they really don't want to move in 45 days or 30 days, whatever it is that you want to move, and you're unflexible or unwilling to negotiate a closing date. That can deter some buyers for sure. Or if you want a really fast closing date and they don't, it might not work out. They might just keep on looking. Or if you want a really long extended closing date and they're like ready to go right away, if you're not willing to negotiate maybe a common ground there or something, that's going to turn off some buyers. I know luckily in the past I've had some buyers that needed a 60-day close because of job changes, something like that. And I've also had sellers that wanted to move up the date as fast as possible. And my buyers, luckily, we were able to negotiate an earlier closing date that worked out for everyone. So if you're unwilling to negotiate that closing date, you're gonna, especially in a buyer's market, that's really gonna hurt you. So make sure you're able to, or if you can, negotiate, be a little more flexible on that closing date. So that was number 10, not being flexible for your closing date. All right, number 11. Number 11 is going to be neighborhood issues. These are going to be things like that are probably out of your control, honestly, and they are out of your control. There's not any might about it or may about it. They're out of your control. So this is where pricing comes in. So your neighborhood issues, like you have nosy neighbors, you have crappy, maybe no amenities whatsoever near you. Maybe you live in a small neighborhood that's like there's nothing around it whatsoever. It's a really, really small town, really rural. Maybe the houses next to you on either side are falling apart, but yours is actually in really good shape because you had some pride and were able to take care of your home your whole time. So these things will definitely affect it. But if you have a really crappy neighborhood, if your neighbors are really horrible people, make sure you talk with your agent and they understand the neighborhood and come together on a price that makes sense and still shows a lot of value for your home. So you can overcome the location thing by showing a lot of value. All right, and last but not least is number 12. Number 12, I don't know if that's this way or this way. Number 12 is going to be lack of professional showings. This doesn't have to do with basically your agent showing you the home or anything like that, or the agent showing the home or touring the home. It's going to be, is your home clean? Is it prepped? Is it available to be shown? You know, if you still live there, maybe you need 12 hours or something like that. That's fine. But make sure it's able to be shown and it looks as great as it can for each individual showing. That means, you know, making your beds, means putting away the dishes, stuff like that, or if you're still there. If it's vacant, that makes it a lot easier, but at least make sure that it's cleaned, make sure it smells nice, make sure that, you know, everything works as it should. If you do live there, don't stay there during the showings, please. I know there are definitely cases when you just absolutely cannot leave. I get it. I understand that. But if you're able to leave and you choose to stay there because you think you want to see the showing and maybe you can help it out, you're really deterring a lot of buyers and a lot of agents as well. It makes people uncomfortable. They're not able to actually fully talk with their agent or within themselves. Maybe they're there as a couple, and they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're not going to see it and be honest to themselves about the listing. They're going to be very reserved on saying anything. You're not going to help. More than likely, you're just not going to help. So please leave the showings if you can. Leave for the showings and go outside, go for a ride, go for a walk, go to dinner, do something like that. But please don't stay at the showings if you don't have to. All right, guys, that's it. Those are the 12 things that I know buyers hate when they walk through homes. It comes from experience and showing buyers a lot of homes over the past couple of years that I've been an agent. So if you guys are looking to buy, sell, invest in Pennsylvania or, Western PA or Pittsburgh region, give me a call, give me an email. We're going to set up a Zoom call or talk over the phone. I'll do a little interview of you and you interview me, see if we are already fit to work together. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Until the next time, guys, keep it real estate.